Welcome to the Collector Cave, and today we have a review of NECA Toys Kirby figure, which this is something I have wanted for a long time. It's not a new figure. I think it has a date of 2023 on it. But I saw this figure floating around on Instagram, social media, of toy photography, and I was like, someone made a Jack Kirby toy? Like, I was blown away, and then I did some research and found out it was NECA. And I was a Mutant Ninja Turtles fan as a kid growing up, not as much as like Star Wars and Transformers, but I love TMNT. You're not going to see a lot of TMNT in this channel, but with that said, I don't really collect NECA, but I had to have this Kirby figure, and I found him on Amazon. He is available on BBTS right now for pre-order again, so it must be another wave they're making. But this comes from a one-off comic from the 80s. It was Donatello #1. It was like a micro release, a series. And it's pretty much Jack Kirby, or they call him Kirby in the comic, is an artist, and he creates an alternate reality through his drawings, and these things come to life through this like crystal in his pencil or something. I can't remember. I was so young. But I do remember that, and I have read that Jack Kirby was trying to fight Marvel to get some credit back for some of his drawings, things like that. And he was in a legal battle with them. And Eastman and Laird offered to donate all the proceedings of that comic to help fight his legal battle, which was pretty cool. And I think Kirby didn't accept it. Like, he said, "No, you can use my likeness. I'm going to fight my own battle." That was the king, man. But regardless, this is super cool. It's, it's stylized like an animated, so you're going to have some marks and shadowing and stuff like that on it. But let's just take a look at the packaging. Eastman and Laird's TMNT Kirby figure. You can see the crystal there on the end of the pencil, and he comes with one of the creatures he drew, his sketchbook, a pencil, and I'm not sure what this is. It might be a weapon. I have to check and see, and a couple other hands. But there is Kirby, a likeness of a younger Jack Kirby. Looks really good. And then here's a picture of the figure. I don't think it's from the comic, honestly, but it's kind of stylized. And on the back, they've kind of made it into comic panels, which is pretty cool. Shows Kirby drawing these things, Donatello finding them, coming to life. And on the bottom, this is kind of cool. So check this out. It says the use of Jack Kirby's image is used with permission granted by the Rosalind Kirby Trust. And then it says, for more information about Jack Kirby, please visit the Jack Kirby Museum and Research Center. To support the Kirby for Heroes program, visit the following. So super cool. Most of you know Jack Kirby. He's one of the most famous comic artists of all time. Worked closely with Marvel and a couple other comics and runs and stuff. But with Stan Lee, he helped co-create a lot of characters. Stan Lee gets most of the credit, but this guy right here, man, he was the brains behind it as well. And it's sad that he didn't receive as much credit as he should have. It's coming to light now, the last couple decades, but poor guy, while he was alive, had to fight for a lot of stuff. So I'm going on a tangent, but I love Kirby. I love his drawings. No one's going to top that in my mind. His Dark Side and Doom stuff is some of my favorite art out there from comics. So I'm so happy to have this guy. So regardless, let's go ahead and get this thing opened up and take a closer look. All right, and here's Kirby and everything he comes with. But I forgot how frustrating it is to open up these NECA figures with those rubber band things you got to cut. But as you can see, the packaging can still be used. You can put everything back in the packaging and display it if you want. So that's kind of cool. But here's Kirby and everything that he comes with. And I don't know what some of the stuff is. I don't know what this thing, I think it's for Donatello. But they don't really tell you on the packaging what the stuff is. So I'd have to look online to see that. But regardless, this backdrop comes out. So if you want to use this to display the figure in front of, you can do so, like a stylized New York City street. And then there's Jack Kirby, and then it's one of these creations that he draws that comes to life. And then he has this arm thing, which I mentioned. I think Donatello uses that, but I'm not sure what for. And then there's the pencil with the crystal on it that brings his drawings to life, or that portal they go into. And then there's sketchbook he has of him drawing Donatello with the arm thing. It even says Kirby. If I can zoom in, what does this say? It says, Don, life at best is better. I can't read it. Take care of yourself, Kirby. That's pretty cool. And then here's a little axe weapon for this creature. And then some Kirby hands with the hair on the hands, which is awesome. So let's take a look at this little creature. There's not a lot of articulation. I can't get him to stand because of the way he's designed, but his head is on a ball joint. It gets limited articulation because of the armor. And then the arms are also on a ball joint and they move, but that's about it. There's no bicep swivel, no elbow articulation, no wrist articulation. Same with the legs. Ball joint legs at the hips, and that's it. No articulation at the knees or feet or anything. So this thing doesn't really want to stand on its own. Let's see if we can get the axe in his hand. This is pretty tight. You probably have to heat up the plastic in order to do this. Yeah, I'm not going to push it. You probably got to heat up the hand to move those fingers back. If it didn't have this little nub on the end, it probably would slide in no problem, but because it has that, you're going to have to heat that up. And I'm not going to take the time to do that. I don't really care about this figure. Honestly, I just want to get to Kirby. Here's his sketchbook, which is pretty neat. And if you're into toy photography, you could use any type of mini sketchbook, maybe even do your own drawings on paper and print them out small. Oh, look at this. I'm not sure who that's supposed to be. Maybe one of his drawings that came to life. Maybe that's this thing. That's this thing right here. Yeah. That's that creature. It's been so long since I've really been into TMNT. I don't remember a lot of this stuff. It's like vague memories in my mind. I know the turtles are real popular still, but I just I have so much I'm into. It's just too much. And then here is the pencil with the crystal attached, the magic crystal. And we'll get that in his hand. And then here is this arm blaster thing. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe if you guys know in the comments, let me know what this thing is. In the sketch, it shows Don using it on his right arm. So it's something for Don, which I'm sure they made the figure. I didn't get it. I just want the Kirby figure. But it's cool. The colors are nice. It's stylized like cartoon. It's blue with the black, and it just looks really good. And then let's look at Jack up close. And for a cartoon stylized look, I think it looks really good. It's too bad he's not around to see some of this stuff and to see his name kind of out there more than it ever has been in the past, giving him credit for the works he helped create. Yeah, he looks really good. It's almost like cell shading, like it's coming out live from the comic, which is pretty cool. He's got his jeans on. This ankle is a little stiff. I probably have to use a hair dryer to soften it up. It doesn't want to rock out of the package. But that's kind of par for the course with NECA. You get some stuck joints. Let's go over articulation real quick. The neck and head is both on a ball joint, so he can look down. He can look up pretty good. He can tilt his head really good. You can spin his head all the way around. The arms are on a ball hinge, I believe, and they go up almost 90. And then there's articulation here and here. So it's like a double joint, but spaced further apart. And you can rotate the bicep a little bit there. Yeah, it's a different type of setup than most figures. And then there's a ball joint at the waist. Now the sweater comes over the jeans. You can see he's got a belt on. They've done a good job making that separate there. And the sweater is kind of like a soft plastic. You can feel it. It's a little rubbery, but it gives some mobility. So he can crunch forward a little bit, not a whole lot. And then he can go back a little bit, not a whole lot. But you're not going to probably get Jack in some crazy poses, I wouldn't think. This part of the pants is rubber, so you can get the leg up almost 90. And then the double jointed knee it was good out of package. I didn't have to heat that up. That's what that knee joint looks like. And then ankles are on a ball hinge as well, like almost like a Hasbro type deal. And they can go forward and back a little bit. They can rock. So yeah, pretty standard articulation for a NECA or Hasbro type quality figure. So let me get this couple hands changed out and see if I can get him with the pencil and the artist pad. All right, here's Kirby holding the pencil and the his sketchbook. This hand here is designed to hold the pencil. It holds the pencil pretty good, as you can see. And then this hand's designed to hold the sketchbook, and it holds it no problem. It's not going to fall out of his hand. So, man, really cool. It'd be cool to have like an artist's desk, like the angled desk, like a draftsman board they use, like he used, and set him down in front of that. I do have some 1/12 scale stuff, like desks and stuff. That's all packed away from when I was doing a lot of toy photography. But boy, to get him sitting down at a desk like that with his pad on the ground or on the table, and him like looking, concentrating, looking down, would be an awesome shot for toy photography. Yeah, this is really cool. And he comes with a couple other hands. He has the 2 fists, and he has these hands that can probably hold the weapon. I'm going to actually try and put that gauntlet thing on his wrist and see how he looks with that. Okay, and so while this gauntlet's not really designed for Kirby, it's a little bit too big. It's designed for Donatello. He can still use it. I put the hand on first. I had a bit of a trouble getting that grip on, but eventually it worked. And yeah, it looks really cool. I mean, I wouldn't display him this way, but seeing him with this little weapon or whatever this thing is, I have no idea. I love the color of it though and the look of it. It's just really pleasant to look at. A cool design. Let's do a couple comparisons here. All right, and here are my two favorite Jack Kirby creations, Doctor Doom and Darkseid. I believe, if I remember correctly, Kirby jumped ship from Marvel to DC like early 70s, late 60s. I can't remember what year it was, but he then helped create Darkseid and that whole universe side. I think Darkseid was created in 1970, I believe, or 72, one of those 2 years. So, boy, to see this Kirby figure, even though it's NECA, next to these 2 Mezco figures that both look very Kirby-esque to me, it makes me very happy. This is super cool. And, you know, Kirby comes in at just over 6 inches. And, of course, Doom, that Mezco is like 7. And I think, like, Darkseid's like closer to 8 or 7.5 inches. I can't remember. Tall, obviously, it's a different line. Now, I do have the 4 turtles that were re-released probably 5-6 years ago. They're packed away somewhere. So I can't bring them out to show here. But he would look cool with any of the turtles next to him as well, especially Donatello, obviously, for this comic run. But yeah, I mean, this is so cool. When I saw this figure about 1.5 years ago on Instagram, I was like, this is what I want to see right here. Kirby next to his creations. Let's wrap this thing up. So at the end of the day, is this Kirby figure worth it from NECA? Well, it depends on if you like TMNT and if you like Jack Kirby. Maybe you're not a TMNT fan. That's fine. Like I am, but not as much as I am Marvel and DC and all other stuff. But the fact that this is a man that helped create some of these characters that I love and hold so dearly today, having this figure is awesome. And I got him on Amazon. He was discounted to $31. He is available for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store right now for like $37.99. So if you missed out on Kirby the first time when he came out 1 year or 2 ago, you have a chance to get him again. I haven't checked other sites. He's probably available for pre-order other places too, but BBTS is what I use the most. But yeah, Amazon, $31. So man, for me, that is a great deal on this figure. And I'm happy to say I own a piece of Jack Kirby. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you into NECA? Do you have this figure? Have you been wanting this figure? Because I'm telling you what, right now, man, It's stylized because it's based off a comic, which is fine, but I don't know of any other Jack Kirby action figures out there. So if you want them, this is the one to get. So until next time, this has been NECA Kirby figure, and thanks for watching.